Welcome to the channel, guys. So on this L322, as I pulled in the garage today, it's been snowing out, raining out. I noticed a little bit of an air noise. So it's got an air leak. So let's crawl underneath and see what's going on. Underneath the truck on the passenger side, on the right side of the vehicle, this is the air tank. It's a cylinder piece. If I take my soapy water solution here, we can see right where it's bubbling. That's a pretty big size leak. It's kind of a shame because the rest of the tank is actually good shape. This is the steel tank, but right on the back end of it is where a leak is at. Now that leak doesn't really affect the height of the vehicle. It's not a big leak to where it's totally emptying out the air tank. So the vehicle seems to sit right and everything at this time until that leak becomes bigger and there's no air in the tank left to raise the vehicle when it lowers. So at this time, the best thing to do would be to replace the air tank. We'll see if we can find an aluminum one possibly. Or being that the tank itself, the rest of it's okay, we could try to repair that leak. Once we clean up that end, we'll know how bad it is and see maybe if we can epoxy some carbon fiber type of stuff. Maybe we can try to fix it. With the brush on a drill like this, I was able to clean up that rusted portion of the air tank here. It's really just a pinhole here. You can see my pin sticking through here, and that's where my air leak's coming from. So at this point, this tank will need to be replaced, but I don't have the new one yet. So at this time, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to clean this up as best as I can, and I will put some epoxy over it to seal that up and buy me a little bit more time until I can get it replaced. Here's what I'll be using to repair that hole in our air tank reservoir. You can certainly use any clear type epoxy, but this KwikWeld is actually reinforced with steel, so it hardens up quite a bit, and that should seal our leak. And on top of that, I will put a little bit of a fiberglass mesh right into it and put another coating of this over it. Now this stuff, it should cure in 4 to 6 hours, but it's always a good idea to leave it overnight to get it fully hardened. And it's a two-part epoxy, so the casing or the cover it comes in, you can mix it with that. You can use any type of a spreader or like an ice cream stick here to mix it up and spread it over our area. Underneath the truck, as you can see, I've repaired that area with KwikWeld. That should seal that leak. I did put a patch of fiberglass inside of it to reinforce it. Now this is a temporary repair until I can get another part here and find the time to change it. But this should hold it for a while, at least get me through for a little bit. The rest of the tank does look pretty good, but we have no idea how top of it looks. So again, this being a temporary fix, you never know, it might spring another leak somewhere. So this is just to get by for a little bit. So I gave it a little coat of underbody coating right over our fix. After underbody coating it, I also did take a big hose clamp like this and put it right over where that pinhole was, just to further reinforce it. So that should hold it for a while. Running for a few minutes. Compressor has filled the tank, and I've checked it with our water and a little bit of dish soap in the spray bottle. There seems to be no leaks. So this will get us by for a little while until we can get the tank replaced. So please stay tuned for that. We will be replacing the air reservoir tank on this vehicle. But for now, the vehicle is drivable, so we can keep it on the road until we can get that replaced. Thank you for watching.